everyone. Thanks for being here. This has really been an incredible experience. I really did assemblage with 5 boxes telling my coming out story, and I felt that my coming out was a process. It wasn't one single incident or time. It was just an ongoing process from childhood all the way through now. And
do you want to just point out which piece is yours, Hermina?
Oh, sure. It's connecting the pieces, 5 boxes over here. And it's starting with the childhood where I really didn't have a concept of being gay or lesbian. In fact, this was in the 50s. There were no images that I could decode. Of course, there were things happening, but I couldn't decode it. I didn't see it on TV. I didn't see it in the media. It was just me feeling a little different, not really feeling that I fit in. I wasn't girly. I was very active, and I liked building things and making things, and I just didn't know where I fit in. So I kind of followed my heart, and then went to junior high, where I had fantasies about having crushes on other girls, and the gym teacher was very popular back then. An English teacher, in fact, my wife was an English teacher at one point, so things do kind of come around. But I didn't know how to, my inner world would come to the outer world. But I kind of started realizing, having these fantasies and dreams, that there were possibilities, there were other ways. And then my coming out story I come out in high school, and this was 69 or 70. It was relatively easy for me to come out, because I'm local here. I came up in LA and Hollywood. We went to Griffith Park. There were gay-ins and love-ins, which if we have youngsters here, they might not know. It was basically kind of the predecessor to the music festivals that we have today, right? So I came out. It was a lot of my close friends graduated, and I got close to my friend Larry Day, who was a gay man, and he was really nice. Everyone liked him. I admired him, so it was easy for me to come to look at my truth and come out to him. And so then, of course, it was relatively easy. It was a time where there was a lot of social change, and people were experimenting and being open. There was a lot of freedom. And it was, when I hear people talk about the Midwest or something, it's like, wow, I can't relate to it, because my coming out is so much easier. And then became an activist, and after coming out in the early 70s, joining the lesbian feminist group, and again, that was here in LA on Crenshaw, and what did we do? We picketed organizations that discriminated against us, that were rude to us. We wrote to the American Psychiatric Association and urged them to depathologize homosexuality. We stormed the National Organization for Women meeting, because they didn't want to acknowledge lesbianism. And so we went in there with our banners and really had them address lesbianism. And some of us had like cigars in our hands just to push the envelope. And then as a senior, I married my wife, and she's stuck in traffic, so she'll be here a little bit later. You know, yes, that's Ellen. So yeah, I got married mostly because I was getting ready to retire, and in order for her to have benefits, we had to be married a year prior to my retirement from the county. So I thought that was a good reason to get married. And so we had a small intimate marriage ceremony at our house with a handful of friends and relatives. And it was a wonderful experience. I do want to say that, again, coming out is like an ongoing process. Even now, when I join her for medical appointments, we're in a room together, and everyone asks, well, the doctors and nurses, like, well, who is she? How come you're in the room? There's an age difference, and they don't realize why we're in the room together. So we come out, you know, oh, that's my wife, that's my spouse. And it's always very well received. It's always a lot of, sometimes they're embarrassed when they think that, you know, we're someone else or something. But anyway, I do want to add that the outside of the boxes reflect the public view of the social milieu, the cultural milieu that was taking place around that time, and the inside of the boxes reflect more my personal experience, my personal perspective. And just using a lot of assemblage quirks. I wanted to make things interesting, and so I varied the sizes of the boxes according to what was important to me, and just tried to experiment with clay, which I really haven't used before, or wires and twisting wires, and just try to keep it interesting, along with putting it on a Lazy Susan so it spins around. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.